just say, I'm homophobic. End.
Right, yeah.
Not everybody. I mean, it's like me going around and saying, I don't like cut jeans. They're offensive to me. I think they're ugly and shouldn't be seen in public.
Yep.
I find it offensive when women go around with their asses exposed. I'm offended. But has anybody, got upset about, gone on marches and banners that I'm entitled to be offended by this? No, because it's just me saying I'm offended by it. That's it. I mean, I'm sorry to
Ow.
women that the filters have gone at that point. That was
No, I think you're right.
The more you oppress yourself, the worse your anger becomes anyway.
That's true.
Oh. So if they're all saying we can say what we like about you people.
Yep.
And we can make a big deal about it, and whatever we say goes. But you can't. That's pushing us down. That's making us oppressive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's where the anger comes from. They should never ever have done. Well, I'm gay, banners, and they've done that.
I know.
And then people go, I've got some still there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's nice. Put it on your neck as well.
Yeah, well, I thought it might help, but it hasn't. I haven't done a damn thing. Still saggy and craggy.
Saggy and craggy. Oh, I'll get. Is that the? Oh.
My drink, just put it on the oval table.
Stay there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the money.
I was gonna say, have you got the money? Oh yeah, he's here. Hello, she's just getting the money. I left it with her just in case I wasn't back in time.
Where do you want these, Kirsty?
Try and see if you can get them here. If you can't get them both here, then just put one there and one there.
Yeah.
So
The seed, you've got some seed left, haven't you?
Have we?
Yeah, you've got a little bit left there, Kirsty. I won't have the seed until tomorrow. I'll be bringing your bag tomorrow night, if that's all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I've charged you for it, but I'll bring it tomorrow.
All right.
We have
Yep.
a delivery every Wednesday, and it's gone absolutely mad.
That's cool. She's here now.
Okay, hello, Mary.
My fault, Rose.
See you in a bit.
She's gone out, you see, to get my prescription, and she wasn't sure if it'd be back for a while.
I've just told Kirsty I'll have to bring you seed tomorrow night.
Right.
Bring you a seed.
You sure, mate? Yeah, I'll bring the seed tomorrow.
Oh.
We have it delivered every Wednesday, and it's just gone absolutely crazy.
Well, I actually ordered a few more, as you know, please.
Yeah.
I'm locking you out. Sorry, hey guys. Sorry about that. I wanted to quickly do the live stream while my mum was still talking. Because I wanted you guys to hear what she was saying. Because she was saying the stuff that I always hope that she'll talk about when I do a live stream. Like I was hoping she'd talk about it when we were having that dinner. So it wasn't like a dead boring live stream or anything. But she can explain some stuff better than I can. You know, because like in the past when I've tried to explain stuff, I always sound like I'm being offensive. But she says it best. Usually. I mean, I can do good now, but... Yeah, she was just saying about how people would like the gays and shit better if they weren't doing all these fecking marches and flags everywhere and parades and shit saying, you know, we want this and we want that and we want to be accepted. It's like, if you just integrate with the rest of us, people will accept you. You don't need to go be in our face all the time. That's basically what she was saying. So... just wanted to let you guys know that's what she was saying. You don't have to be in our faces all the time. Yes? No. Oh, look at that, isn't that cute? Little bag of things. So teeny. I'm going to put them in my hands. Don't let go until I say so. Right, there we go. So I'm taking these out the back then. Right, okay. That scared you, didn't it? Keep going. I've been training the dog. Hang on, I'll be right back because I'm gonna lose Wi-Fi if I go in the back. So. Oh, great, one view. I went from about 5 or 6 to one view. Oh wait, I'm supposed to put these on the bottom. Oh yeah, she's made a space here. Perfect. Oh man, I forgot to get dogs. Oh, hey guys, guess what I got today? I'm going to show you something. I've been after this for a while because I've heard it's good. It's called Pocky. I was hoping I could get it from the supermarket, but I've never seen it before. But I got it. It's not in there though. It's the dog stuff. I don't know where it is. Yes? The mask? This underskirt, isn't it pretty? It's pretty. I did. Was that supposed to? I've not got the eyeshadow on today. I'm not sure if my hair looks good like this, but I just want it out of my face.
Take the dog out now first.
Yes, I'm going.
Nancy.
I would like to change my shoes first. I'm sure it won't take long. Okay. I have some stuff to talk about, so just wait. I'm going to put my welly boots on. I know it's probably not very good look with this. Yes, I got the wholemeal, because the wholemeal's nice. She can't take any more of the white wheat and gluten-free ones, so they're horrible. I don't blame her. I'll show you the Pocky in a moment when I go outside. Should be in one of those bags. Right. Oh man, he's followed her. JD, come on. We're going out. JD, come on. All these times when you're trying to follow me, and this time, you fucked up. I'll show you the thing in a minute. Oh, Pocky. Right, so I got the dog out here, trapped where he's supposed to be. You can have a good sniff of those. Right, let's see, where's the Pocky? Here, Pocky. Oh, it could be in any of these. Man, I forgot which one to put it in. Hang on. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Nope, not in there. Oh, here we go. This, I should have put it in here, I think. Yep, there we go. Hooray! It looks just like it. It's not called Pocky on the thing, but it looks... I don't know if this is the same thing or it's similar, and get back! Don't you dare! I know him, the slightest movement, and he tries to get here, in this space here. But I don't like him to do it until I go over here, and then he can go in that space. And vice versa, as I've told you before. When I go from here, when we come back in, and I go from here to over there, he can come in the space. But he's not to come here until I actually move. And not just when I go like that, when I actually start to walk. Right, sit down. Hello, little Princess Alice, I've got to say. Stay. It's only a teeny box, it's so cute. So I like the little ones. I'm going to try one. Like I say, I'm not really sure if it's the actual thing. It looks like it, so. Okay. I mean, I saw a picture of it. Right, go to your place for a wee. So, if you guys haven't noticed, my hair, I have washed it with that new shampoo I told you about called Propolia. And in my opinion, and my mum's opinion, it looks a lot nicer now than it did when I was washing it with other things. The things I washed it with before, it's stupid, but I can't remember. I don't know, some stuff. Oh yeah, the coconut one. So I got the coconut shampoo, and I got the coconut conditioner with egg whites. It's supposed to be good for your hair, but mine just looked shite. So this time I tried the Propolia shampoo with the thickening conditioner, and I think it does look better. It's not as big as I'd like. My hair doesn't really look as big, even if I do something with it, it never looks big for very long. So, excuse me, my eye is twitching. Go fetch. It looks like I've not got eye mascara on. Mascara on anymore. Oh yeah, for my birthday I got some fake eyelashes, so I'm going to try putting them on at some point. I didn't have time today, but I will eventually. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to show you the... Here we go. As soon as... Oh, hang on, it's going a bit fadey here. Hang on one sec. Here we go. That's better. Right, I got this. What are you doing, JD? Why aren't you bringing me the damn thing? So I think it's Pocky. It looks like it's Mikado. So I'm going to try one. What on earth was that? Was that squirrels fighting? They're over there chasing each other, I think. It's there. There we go. Boom boom music. Can you hear that? We've got some boom boom music going on. Yeah, there was one there, but it seems to have gone away. Where it's gone? I think they were, oh, there it is. I think they were fighting. Not sure. I don't think they fight. I think they play together, these ones. Oh, there's another one there. There's two of them there. You can see. Unless that is just a clump of thing. Yeah, I think it's just a clump of thing. So there it is. So they're only sort of, I'm not going to say babies, but like probably like teenagers. Yeah, there you go. So we're not going to see it as good now because it's in the trees, so it's raining. That's handy. So I'm finally home, and so once again I forgot my umbrella. I got caught out in the rain the other day. I'm going to tell you guys the story of what happened the other day. Oh, it was a nightmare. I'd rather do it when there's, you know, more people come on, really. There's not really many people. It says I've got 3 people, but no one's talking, so I'm presuming nobody's really watching. And maybe it's just saying I've got 3 views when I don't really. Because I know sometimes when I've got 0 views, I have actually got views. So, I don't know. So that's the cross I got from Granny Isabel. I've shown it before. It is adjustable, so I can have it as long or as short as I like. But I don't tend to have it long because it tends to just go up here anyway. Because it's weighed down by the thing at the back, so I tend to just have it like short like this. So that's really cute. I've never had a cross before. I do actually have one, but a silver one. It's a crucifix one with Jesus on it. But I've no clue where it is. I mean, I know where I put it, but I couldn't find it there for some reason, so it'd been moved somehow. What you doing? Here's a good boy. Go fetch. Boochie boochie boo. It's being silly. I have 2 stories for you guys, actually. One of them is just an annoyance, and one of them's quite upsetting. Like I say, I was hoping to wait till more people come on so I could actually... So again, I don't even know if anybody's fecking watching this thing because it says I've got 3 views, yet no one's talking, so I'm not sure. So I'm just going to start talking, and you guys can watch it afterwards if you've not seen it. Hopefully you watch them after the event. So I'm going to say sorry for my hair looking like shit. It looks much better when it's all big and bunched. But I hate having my fringe down because it always gets in the way and it's just annoying. Oh boy, do I have stories for you. So, what day was it? Yes, I think it was... Yeah, Saturday. It was Saturday. So Saturday, I decided to go for a walk with the dog. And it had been raining in the morning. But then by the afternoon when I took him out, it seemed to be alright. So I chanced it without a coat or a jacket or an umbrella or a hood or anything. And I went out. It was beautiful, glorious weather. The sun came out and everything. I was really in a good mood, and there was a car parked over there. Thought it was a white car, but apparently it's a red car when I checked the video back. So yeah, I did kind of I took a picture. Not of the car, but of something else. So anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. So this big fat guy gets out of the car. So as I'm passing, He was wearing a shirt and a tie and smart pants and everything. His belly was hanging over his pants. He looked so sexy. He had a ponytail. So I said to him, you look very smart. I told him he looked sexy, and he thanked me and everything. I forgot to get my camera up to get a good picture or whatever of him. I was gonna ask first, but I forgot to do that. So I just quickly got one. Like, I got the back of him, unfortunately. He was walking away. Probably, it seemed like he was going in the direction of Caesar's S's, the premier convenience store. And yeah. So then I carried on my way, and I wanted to test out my camera because apparently it worked. Good boy. Yeah, it's not worked for a while because I've had no space, but now obviously I have enough space, even though I have the same amount of stuff that I had before. But apparently the camera thing decided, oh, you've got space, so I'm going to work this time. So I decided to make a video to see how long I could record before it cut off to say there's no space. So I was just doing a test video, and this van came past, and it had this music playing, and it was really kind of cool music. So I thought, oh, this is perfect, so I can record the music. So it's just a test video, like I say, just a test. I wasn't recording anything in particular. Just wanted to see how long it would run before it cut out. And then so yeah, it went past. It parked up. I wasn't expecting it to park up. I thought it was just going to go past, It parked up, the music was playing, and I just recorded the van itself just in case it was like useful, like it was anything, like it had anything on it, like a number or something, and it was like a useful service that we could use. I don't think it was, but who should step out of the van but a big, fat, huge, enormous guy? And I thought I was already recording, and so I got him on it. He kept looking at me like, why are you recording or whatever? But he didn't say anything. He seemed alright with it. So I just kept recording. And then I noticed there was a big fat woman in the passenger seat. She was also looking at me. But they didn't seem to be bothered. They didn't, shout at me or whatever. That's very important for later on, by the way. Because it'll further emphasise my point of something I've been saying, which is young people have a problem with me recording them, but older people don't seem to have a problem with it. At least they don't say it. They don't, scowl at me, or they don't go, are you recording me for? Like the young people do. Like I say, horrible people, young people. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but the people around here are. They all hate me around here, like I've said countless times before. But, yeah, so he had no problem, even though he's looking at me. He's probably just curious, wondering what I'm doing or whatever. But he didn't say anything. Like I say, adults seem to be more reserved. Older people seem to be more reserved than the younger people. Young people are too gobby and a bit too arrogant, a bit too confident for their own good, really. And that's one of the reasons I hate them these days. I prefer, the neckbeards and the nice guys are always going on about. I much prefer more subservient people that are more accepting of stuff rather than these arrogant, entitled bar stars. If you want... kind of weather is it there? Hello. It's dull, but it's quite warm. Everyone is dressed like it's winter today, but it's actually lovely today, so I'm in my sleeveless dress again. So I'm sorry for you guys who have already seen it like a million times, but I haven't worn it for a few days, so I decided to wear it for today to go to Morrison's. I've not worn it to Morrison's yet. I went to Morrison's today with a friend, so I couldn't live stream because I didn't have any I don't have any data now, so I can't do it. I was gonna make videos for you guys, if anything interesting happened, but nothing really much happened. I tried to get a big fat guy on camera, but he went past before I could set it up. So I was trying to delete stuff quickly so I'd have space again, but it was too late by then. Anyway, so I carried on walking, right? And then when I got onto this street, the street where Martin's Bakery is on the corner of, sort of, well, it's actually on the other street, but it's a street leading up to there, like a crossroads of the street. So anyway, so I was on that street, the one that you see me on often with it's like it looks like a main road, but it isn't. It kind of is. It's kind of like a like a main road back street sort of thing. So it's hard to describe it. I mean, to me that street over there is like a main road, but it's not really. It's technically a back street or a side street, depending on you look at it. So I was on that street over there that you often see me walking the dog on, and there was this guy jet washing his the pavement for some reason. So I had to cross over, which I don't normally do. I normally stick on that side. I like that side. It's a very nice side. So I crossed over, and I was passing this house that had all this framework on it, this scaffolding. And out should come this lad, and he was shouting and screaming at somebody and swearing at somebody. So I thought, oh, it's a domestic going on. Probably having an argument with his dad or something, or his friend. But yeah, it was two men like shouting and screaming at each other and swearing at each other. It sounded quite like they were angry. So I still had my camera up, so I just decided to quickly make a video. Now, it wasn't like super obvious I was recording, but the lad was just like saw me and said, "Oh, he's fucking recording me," or whatever. I thought, oh, here we go. So I ran away. Like, I ran away quick, just in case, because I didn't want to be pursued, just in case. I know I shouldn't run away, really. I should be like, so what if I'm fucking recording you? I can record whatever I like. It's a free country, all they keep going on about. They keep saying. And as I keep drumming into everybody on my live streams, and if ever anybody complains to me, I'm going to keep saying it. You're being recorded all the time with CCTV. People have CCTV on their houses, so they're always recording people going by. There's CCTV in shops and supermarkets and shopping centres and all that. So everyone is being recorded. No one has privacy. You're always being fucking recorded, so what does it matter if I'm doing it? Like, I can't do anything. If anything, you should be worried about the CCTV, because they're the ones that are gonna, watch you being naughty and do something about it. But I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. So all I can think of is that the only reason why these youths are upset about me recording is because they have done something wrong. They must be criminals of some description, and they don't want their faces on somebody's camera. Just in case, like I say, witness them doing a crime or something, and I've already got a video of them, they might be a bit more. So I'm like, well, that's a good thing then. It's a good thing that I have their faces, isn't it? In it, blad. So a lot of them are freaking criminals around here, so down that end anyway. This end is like the posh end. Although they are starting to move in scallies and scumbags down here as well. But generally it's a more quieter area down here compared to the other end of the street where all the scallies and scumbags live. So after I passed his house and I ran away, of course the dog was dragging his heels. Like I've told you before, if I ever get chased or pursued, he's going to slow me up. So I did run away just in case, and of course he dragged his heels. So I went into down this street I'd not been down before. Go on. Down it looks like a school. It looks like a dead end, but when I went down there I saw like there was this little back alley thing, and I went down it because I thought it would be fun to go down there, and it's a good hiding place. And he wouldn't have known where I'd gone either, so he wouldn't have been expecting it. So, but then as I went further down, I realised I'd be passing his back garden, and that particular back garden fence happened to have slats where he could see me. Like if it was just a pure fence that didn't have any gaps or holes in it, I would have chanced going past to have a little adventure, see what's down there, see where it leads. But as it had slats in it, and he could probably, if he was in his car, because I could hear him shouting and screaming away like he was doing at the front. So I thought it's best not to pass there just in case he's in his garden and he saw me and came to have a go at me or whatever, and he could probably trap me in there. So I decided it would be a good idea, so I retreated and went back to the main street, and then I continued. And then it started to rain, but it was only like little rain, but I thought we'd better get home quick before it starts to really piss it down. But unfortunately, before I could get even halfway back, it started really pissing it down, really heavy rain. So, and I had nothing with me. I was just wearing a crop top and those shorts that you see. Oh great, he's not seen that. He's not seen where it's gone. He's seen roughly where it's gone. I don't really want him going in the long grass because it means I'm going to have to clean him off. Oh man, get out of there, JD. Ah, get it out. I saw where it went roughly. Out. No, JD, out. I said out to mean out. I can't see it. Oh, I saw it go over here. It didn't go very far. I keep thinking that's it because that's blue. Aww. I don't want him going in the long grass, but I might have to send him in. I can't see it. Oh, I always try and get it so it goes over there. Not in there. Over there. Ooh. Right, let's see if you guys can see it. I'm scanning the area. There's a nice blue ladder there, so don't mistake that for it. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, wait, I found it. It's there, can you see it? Look, you can see it. I don't want to pick up grass. Ta-da, look, good boy, look at this. Good boy. Blue ball. I'm teaching him the colours of the thing. I want to test if dogs are really colourblind. Well, he picked up the right one so far. Every time I say blue ball, he goes for the blue ball. And the orange ball and the yellow ball, so. Apart from when I tried to get it proof on camera and then, of course, he did it wrong. But every time before I started recording, he did it right. So every time I get it out, I say blue ball, so he knows that's blue. Blue ball! Right, so this is I got these for Chrissy Christmas. Oh yeah, I said I was going to do someone's video today, so I decided I'm going to have to do short little videos on my phone for people at the moment until I get my computer back. Oh, I've got my very itchy back today. Zionism. Oh, itch. The itchiest itch that ever itched in the itch world. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so yes, I was drenched, and then there was like loads of dogs that day. So he was already antsy because he'd seen dogs that day, and then as I was coming up the street, right? I can't tell you the streets. I'm gonna call it Train Street. Yeah, we'll call it Train Street. So we were coming up Train Street, and on Train Street there's a double gates. Just a short one, not like ours, that's, tall. So a short double gates, very fancy ones. Wow, low battery already. I've not been doing it that long. So anyway, so of course there was people there, and I thought, oh god, the dog will probably be there as well. And indeed it was. An aggressive thing. Every time it's there, it always barks when I go past, especially with the dog. So I went past, and then it was like about to bark. I zipped past, I ran past. Of course, he was dragging his heels again, so I couldn't go as fast as I'd like. But it was like about to bark, but didn't. It was like... And then it kind of stopped itself because I'd gone past dead quick. It wasn't expecting me to go past dead quick. So it was like about to bark, and then got a surprise when I didn't stick around. I thought, oh no, I don't want to deal with this shit as well. So I just zipped past because I was already running because I was trying to get home before it started, thingying it down, hammering it down. So yeah, I was freaking drenched by then. There's somebody there with the dog. Yeah, you saw them just go past just then. Wow, not got much interaction going on my stream today. It's terrible. It's gone behind you. It's still rolling, for God's sake. God, every time I try and zoom in, it comes up with the bloody comments. Oh, come on, JD, don't do that. You've had 10 wees already. You don't need another wee. Look, see? That was 2 seconds. It was barely worth it. Right, I'm going to try this Pocky at last. Can't believe... I mean, I've got 4 views and yet no one's talking. Wonder why that is. I'm trying to zoom out now and I can't because of the fucking comments. Fuck off. Trying to zoom out. So that's one story. I started to get people talking, but then that's it. What you doing? Come on. All the way. Oh well, because he takes about 50 years. Just gonna pop it down. I can't open the bloody thing. I wonder if I can do it that way. Oh, there we go. Oh, look. See, it's Pocky, isn't it? It's the same thing. Stupid idiot. Smells nice. Right, yeah. So. Not bad. So when I came home, I was exhausted and of course, because we'd gotten drenched, I had to dry the dog off, which is a nightmare because I did it in there in the vestibule rather than going in the room, the kitchen. And of course, every time I try and dry him, he has to freaking move, doesn't he? He has to keep moving forward. Doesn't stay still. The only time he stands still is if he's sitting. But I can't dry him when he's sitting. So that means I have to bend even lower than I have to when he's standing, so I don't get him to sit. So what I usually do is I had already taken the collar and leash off and stuff, but I had to put it back on so I could hold him in place. Of course, that doesn't work. He'll still keep moving forward. So I take to put him in a corner where he can't move forward. So there's something in front of him so he can't keep moving forward. And that works great, but unfortunately his head was like over the top of my phone and near the tissues which I was trying to dry him with, and I didn't really want his freaking disgusting saliva or dog germs and hairs and shit on my phone and the tissues, so I had to move him the other way. And of course he was being dead awkward and he kept trying to move away from the area I was trying to put him in, so I had to keep practically shoving him back in the place because he just kept doing it and he just wouldn't cooperate. If I could, I'd tether him to something, you know, if I had like something I could tie the leash to keep his head in place so he didn't keep going like this. He keeps doing that. I want him like this, but he keeps going like this or like this, and I don't want him to do that. I just want him to stay still. So what would be handy is if I could put him on a table or something, get him to sit down, and it would be a lot easier to dry him then. Yeah, he was being very naughty that day. So dragging his heels when I was trying to run home before I got drenched, which I got drenched. I was hoping I didn't get pneumonia. Because I was absolutely sodden. I was like a drowned rat. That would teach me not to take an umbrella with me. Even if it seems like nice weather, like today it's been pretty good. Should always take an umbrella with me. It's a pain in the butt. So obviously I've got him to hold and then my phone and my umbrella. It's kind of quite awkward. So I decided to packing him basically. He was being such a pain in the ass, especially when doing his paws. He doesn't like me touching his paws, especially lifting them. So he's forever trying to snatch his paws away from me when I'm trying to, you know, when I'm trying to clean him. No, I'll get to that in a minute. This was my shower day. Saturday is my shower day. Oh, I'm a dead dirty person. I don't shower every single day, twice a day like everybody else does. You know, drying out my skin and sucking all the oils out of it. You know, aging my skin faster. I don't do, you know, I'm dead dirty me. I don't shower 50 times every day like everybody else does. So I'll usually shower at the weekend. The rest of the times I'll wipe myself with wet wipes or cloths or whatever. Put deodorant on, you know, all that sort of thing. So the weekend's usually shower day, and then every other day it's like, you know, I just wipe myself over with a wet cloth or wet wipe. Because if I do it more often, my skin really does suffer. I used to love to have baths, but I couldn't have it every day because, you know, like I say. So yeah, once a week's enough for anybody really, especially people with dry skin. So I did that. So I abandoned it. I did manage to wipe his paws as best as I could. But I was so angry with him. I just put him in the kitchen and I just went upstairs. I went straight upstairs, took off my annoyingly wet clothes, put my bathrobe thing on, which is very nice and comfy and bunched, and then I just collapsed. Shut up, I'm trying to talk! I decided to collapse on my mum's bed because it was ish cool in there instead of like it hot, and like it was too hot at the time in my bedroom. So I decided to bunch in my mum's cooler room. And I decided to write about what had happened, because I write everything that happens in my phone. I ready to write in my journal later on. So I'm about 2 weeks behind writing in my journal, and lots has happened since then as well. So I've got even more stuff now to write. So I don't forget it and all the details. I tend to write it in my phone in notes. I just do a rough thing. I don't do like go into too much detail. I just do a rough thing what's happened, and then I can write more detail in my actual diary. So I have a computer diary, which is everything that happens on the computer and the internet and stuff when I'm talking to people. And then I have a real life diary, which is my actual journal, which I write in. I try to write a bit every day, but it doesn't always happen because I've got too much to do. I don't have much time to do it. So even I've been trying to write at least a little bit, even if I'm busy on a day, find some time to do it. So I did that before I went out today. I'm still writing about my birthday. You know, about the day, there's the 16th of June. Oh, is that my friend? Can't tell who's there. There's somebody there. She's my friend that goes in there. Who is that? I don't know that person. Can you see him? I like a bit of blue. Hang on. Nope, can't zoom in again. There he is. Can you see him? He's in a blue top. You can see a little bit. I'm looking at him through the trees. Ooh, spooky. Ooh. Pretend I'm a predator watching him. This is funny. There he is. He looks like a big fatty. I think he's waiting for his dog to do whatever. Maybe he's got a dog. Okay, anyway, so I like to pretend to be a predator just watching people. Anyway. So the thing, yeah. What's the thing? Yes. So I wrote it in my notes, right? What I was talking about and what had happened that day. So I can keep up very well in my phone diary. Every time, as soon as something happens, I quickly type it all out in my phone notes diary. Yes, that's what I've been doing. And I was trying to figure out if I really wanted to have a shower after that. I thought, I've been wet once. I really don't want to be wet again. Because every time I get wet, I get itchy. And it was no different this time. My eczema's been a pest, especially on my hands at the moment and arms. So I wasn't really sure I wanted to be wet again and then have to dry myself off and then, you know, put up with all the itching and scratching afterwards. So I decided to just wash my hair and give the rest a miss. I thought it's okay, I can do that tomorrow. I'll have the shower tomorrow instead, Sunday. So yeah, that's what I did. So it was hair wash day on Saturday this time and then Sunday shower. Normally I do it the other way around. Shower day on Saturday and then Sunday I wash my hair. It's quite cool. Yeah, natural oils are the best for the skin. Yeah, that's good. That's right. So and it's such a shame because that was the last days of the hot weather upstairs. The best time to have a shower when it's hot upstairs. It's all right now, I suppose. You've had enough wheeze now. Doing it again. It's like, even cocked his leg and like nothing came out. It's like, why you keep doing this? You've got nothing left in you. All it does is stall for time that I could be playing with him. Last one, I think, for now. All the doctors like to prescribe for me is steroid cream and this horrid moisture cream, that's it. Nothing else. I did get referred to the dermatologist. And then a dermatologist nurse. I tried to do all the things that she told me to do. The actual dermatologist himself just basically said I had to live in a bubble and wear a freaking mask. That's it. The steroid cream works, that's about it. But you know, when I stop using that, that's it. You know, it starts to go bad again. Or if I use it for a while, it stops working. So I have to have a break. In the meantime, whilst I'm having the break, it flares up real bad and I feel horrible. So I end up staying in bed late because I can't be bothered getting out of bed because I know that as soon as I get out of bed it's going to be scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Itchy, itchy, itchy. I'm feeling like garbage all day, so I just like to skip that bit really. I like to skip the bit between waking up and actually getting out of bed and doing all my routine to when I feel alright after I've done my routine. So I don't feel alright until I've done my cleansing and creaming my face. And then I can kind of cope with the rest of it then. Oh, and scratching the shit out of my head because my scalp is really itchy in the morning. When I'm in bed, it's like, pain in the butt. So I have to scratch the shit out of my head first. Get out all the flakes from my head, my scalp, my, hair. Before I feel alright. And then I have to put it up into a ponytail type thing. And then it tends to calm down. And then I go and have food, I'd make food and then I'd have food and then I feel kind of okay after that. Yeah, sometimes when it's really bad, I'd rather just stay in bed all day. It's quite miserable. These days, my body seems to be alright, apart from being itchy and the odd, like, little bits of, like, spots. My body seems to be alright. It's my face, really, that gets really bad and scalp these days. So, unfortunately, what happens is, with the steroid cream, I have to put it on my body and not my face, and it tends to clear up my face as well, which is pretty good. But if my body's not feeling terrible, then I can't put it on my body, my neck, So then, you know, I have to wait until it's bad on here before I can put steroid cream on. And it doesn't get bad here. I had a solution for that. My mum bought me this, she was very nice, she bought me this Chinese herbal cream from on eBay or whatever. And and I just decided to start using that on my face. Only a little bit, because it practically burned my skin when it's really bad. So I just put the teeniest, tiniest bit, like here and here and here. And it cleared up my entire face. It was wonderful. Come on! No, don't you dare cock your leg or anything. There's no wee in you. You're just doing it out of habit now. See, it's very dry around my mouth. I'm afraid it's going to age me before my time as well. So I already have shit under my eyes, and I'm starting with freaking lines here and shit round here. So I'm worried it's going to age me, but I can't do anything about it. The doctors can't do anything. Nobody can do anything. It's all everybody else in the universe's fault. But I am suffering. I can name a few. It's my dad's fault for leaving us and making us poor to the point where the house is falling apart. It's all the builders' fault for when we've had builders in and they mess us about. They either don't do the job perfect or right, or they start a job and then not finish. They take our money and leave and fuck off, and we never hear from them again. So then we have to get another builder in to finish the fucking job and pay him full price, because they expect full price because they're a separate shit. They're a separate entity. And then they steal from us on, you know, while they're at it. So they steal from us, take our money, then they fuck off before the job's done. So we're left with half a job done, then we have to pay some fucker else. So, you know, it's like, brilliant. It's the house. It's the house. It's the mould and damp that keeps me bad. By now, I probably have grown out of it by now. I mean, I should be grown out of it by now, according to every fucker else that's had eczema. Every fucker else has grown out of it. Every fucker else has grown out of it by age 12, 16, 18, 25, whatever. I still have the fucker. And I believe it's because nobody will believe me. Everybody keeps saying, oh no, it's not the mould and damp that causes your eczema. It's, you know, it's just you. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that the actual mould and damp has caused my eczema from the root, like, you know, in the beginning, like, say for instance, because we didn't have mould and damp when my eczema first started, when I was fecking 2 or whatever. I'm saying it's keeping it bad. I'm not saying it's the cause of my, like sprouting from day one. I'm not saying that, because we didn't even have mould back then. But I'm saying it's keeping it back, like it's not manageable anymore, especially on my face and head now. It's permanent now. Unless I use steroid cream. That's the only reason why I feel alright today. But I've already been wearing it for 2 weeks now, so I'm going to have to stop. I've not put any, well, yeah, I put some on my hands today because my hands are really bad. I've been putting it for 2 weeks on my hands and it's still bad, so it's like not working on my hands anymore. So I need a break. It only starts working again when I've had a break. So now I've got to have a week's break, and in the meantime I have to fecking suffer. So, yeah. What we need is some legitimate builders to come get the fuck rid of it. But there's another problem as well. Thanks to Grandad dying, we've had to take in all his stuff. So now we have a room full of shite. So we'd have to move into that room where the shite is, so the builders could come and take the mould away from that room. And every other room, I'd have to move out of my bedroom. And there's no other room I can move into while they're doing that. So, you know, we have fecking shit. And like I say, we tried to get people to sort of remove the shit, but nobody will. We've got shit over there in, you know, at the side of the house that no one will take. We've got a load of shit that, you know, broken shit. Broken shit. Damaged shit, broken shit. People have stolen the rest, the actual shit that we do want. You know, the fecking builders. Because my mum decided it would be a good idea to have all the builders round when she'd had her heart attack and she was the most vulnerable. Because of course they come at like stupid o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, so going back to the dermatologist, so he was useless. He basically said I should wear a freaking spacesuit. The dermatologist nurse was a bit more helpful, but none of the methods that she gave me worked. She said, have showers every day. She said, use this and this. Cream yourself, put these bandages on that you can't take off for a few days. Head pains. But that just made it worse. That irritated the fuck out of me, having permanently wet skin with this cream on and it being concealed by this bandage. So I had to stop doing that. I can't remember if it was her or the dermatologist himself that said I'd have to go for light therapy or something, which sounded dead good, but unfortunately I was expected to go to the hospital 2 to 3 times a week, which meant I'd have to take taxis because my mum couldn't take me all of those days. So I'd have to take taxis to go to the hospital 2 to 3 times a week. And it would cost money to do that. So the actual treatment might have been free, but adding up all the costs of the taxis, I'm gonna bring shit. And then of course you get the usual, can't someone take you? Somebody else. Or don't you drive? So I'm like, you know, people are surprised I don't drive just because I'm a million years old. Yeah, not everybody drives. Not everybody drives. If they don't want to drive, they don't have to. Besides, it costs about £1 million to drive, so. And then of course I have to do all that responsibility shit that comes with having a car. And no, thank you. I'd rather not go to the poorhouse. So yeah, I couldn't do that. They do it at the spa place, but that again, I'd have to take taxis to go there several times a week, and it's not like it's down the street. Plus it's expensive, you know, it was probably expensive because they'll charge you. So yeah, it's impossible. I know I need to address the root cause, but I don't know the fuck what it is. It's clearly not food, because I've tried the whole, you know, not eating certain foods like chocolate, cheese, dairy, you know, all that shit, meat at the time, and that worked for a while, like when I was a kid. But since I've gotten older, it doesn't work. So I've decided I'm just gonna eat what the fuck I want. That's why I was so skinny, by the way, before I started putting on weight, because I was on such a strict diet trying to figure out what the fuck was causing my eczema. But even when I was on a really clean diet, I was still, in fact I was worse than I am now. It was all over my body, I could barely move. It was miserable. I literally stayed in bed until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and my mum didn't understand. She just said, like, get on with it. You know, we all have problems, we all have this, that, the other, you just have to get on with it. But honestly, I was miserable. I couldn't move without pain. The air would hit raw bits on my skin, and it was just, oh, it was horrible. I just felt like way worse than I do now. This was when I was like 22 or 23 or something. It was so bad. It got so bad I got depressed. I was so miserable. I didn't want to paint. All I could manage was taking the dog out. Luckily my mum used to cook back then, so I didn't have to do that. And of course my mum got upset with me because I was doing nothing much but sleeping, watching TV, and then taking the dog out, and that's all I did. But I couldn't help it. I felt terrible. Like, she didn't really understand what the fuck I was going through. So, unlike all the doctors say, is put creams on, and I'm like, but they make it worse. They make me itch more. They make me itch. And then I scratch, then it gets worse, and the cycle continues. They should pay for transport. But my mum explained that to them, but they didn't have a solution. Naturotherapy is not food, tablets, etc. that will clean you from within. Search over the net. You've been through a lot, haven't you? Having depression is horrible. Luckily, I don't get depression often. I'm surprised I don't, but it's good. I only get depression usually when I'm on tablets, so I'm not having any kind of tablets. Yeah, even natural ones. Not gonna do it. You should be able to get treatment. You needed the NHS should have paid for the transport. Yeah, my mum said driving is fucking expensive. She was like, oh well, you know, insurance, buying a car, this, that, the other, whatever. Oh, of course I have to have a driving license. I'd have to have, you know, I'd have to go to driving lessons. My mum was supposed to be teaching me, but I don't know, she just hasn't done. I don't know why. But she was gonna do it, but it never happened. And then she's also been through a lot, so she's had to deal with all her pains and shit too. So she got to a point where she didn't want to go out much anymore. Oh, and they won't do anything about my hip either. I want to know what's wrong with my hip, but all they said was put ibuprofen on. That's it. This cream called ibuprofen or something. And I've still got it, but I don't use it because I want to sort it from the root cause. Like Abhishek said. If everything I needed was local, that would be fantastic, but everything is too far away. That's why I don't do anything, because I can't travel far. I'm only able to drive because of my parents. I said to my mum, I said, you know, maybe it would just be easier if I could drive. I said maybe I could drive your car. Because we're never going to use it at the same time as each other, so may as well. Because, you know, a lot of families, you know, when the kids still live at home and they're old enough to drive, they'll just get another car for the kids. So, you know, father will have a car, the mother will have a car, the kid will have a car. I'm like, how the fuck do you afford that? But yeah, so I thought, well, you know, obviously the father, they'll do that because obviously the father will be going to his work and then the mother will be going to her work and then the child will be going to school or college or whatever shit they need a car for. Apart from Scooter Boy, who has a scooter and he just rides it around the area for no reason at all. He just goes round and round and round. He doesn't seem to ever be going anywhere, causing a load of noise and nuisance. So I don't understand why that's allowed to happen. I'm like, don't you have anything the fuck better to do? You know, the parents should really give him chores or something. That's a pain in the butt. Well, that's a story for another day. Yeah, I heard him for the first time. I heard him in the morning the other day. Go fetch. And it is, he just rides it around the neighbourhood all day, every day. It's like, don't you have anything better to do than ride around your scooter, round and round the same streets and area? I thought it's for transport, it's to get you from A to B. It's not to just joyride on all day. You fucking long hair layabout, you. Yeah, as if they have long hair these days. They all look like freaking inmates. Go on. So yeah, so my mum doesn't go to work or have to do anything like that. So if I had to go out and use the car, I could do. Hey, I have long hair. No, they don't though. They all just look like a bunch of inmates. Because I've had the hair shaven, it looks weird. Just remember, I've been watching 70s programs and they used to call them long-haired layabouts, the youths. So I've just picked it up now. And oh, foreign muck. They call, you know, foreign stuff foreign muck, like food and shit. It's funny. So I say that now. Ooh, I don't want this foreign muck. You know, if it was like French food or whatever. Like, I'm with you there. British food for the win. I don't care if bloody French people and bloody Americans say, ooh, British food is boring and plain and horrible. And they say that on public TV for everybody to hear. I'm like, offensive much? Saying it in front of British people. And I'm like, okay. So y'all go on about being, you know, everybody being racist and everybody being offensive, but it's okay for them to call us and our stuff horrible and bland and terrible. I'm like, yeah, this ain't adding up. I've seen some of the American food. It looks absolutely bollocksly disgusting, if I may say so. I've seen the shit that they eat. Oh my god! No wonder they're all unhealthy and have fecking issues. At least our food is more or less healthy-ish. And more or less sort of edible looking. Like bacon and eggs and pies, and it's nice. Chips. It's normal food. They just have this muck that's just, it just looks like vomit on toast. It really does. So, yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, old chap. Not sorry. Not sorry. Oh, look, squirrel! So sorry if I'm being offensive, but, well, they're offensive about our stuff, so, you know, I don't think it's fair that they're allowed to say what they want about us, but we can't say it out about them. That's not fair. There's one of the baby squirrels. Or should I say teenage squirrels? Oh yeah, we've got rats now as well. Don't get me started on that. Oh my god. All the years I've lived, we've never had rats around here. Never had rats. Oh, so cute. It was looking right at me. I know why we're getting rats now versus all the other years when we've not had rats. It's because of this bin swap shit, where the rubbish bin is now smaller, so a lot of people take to dumping their shit on their bags of rubbish on the streets. They've got nowhere to put it. There's nowhere to put it now. You can't keep it in your house or your garden, so people don't have anywhere to put it, so they put it on the streets. I'm no different. I have to dump rubbish in my garden wherever I can. I don't usually keep it there, so as soon as they empty the bin, I usually put it in the bin. But a lot of it can't fit, so it just ends up staying there. It's not usually food or anything like that. It's usually just things like, hello, squirrel. It's coming close. Hello. There's no snakes. I think that shit only Americans get things like that. Just rats. I've never had rats here.